Welcome to 1111, which is a segment from my podcast where I talk about a topic for 11 minutes and 11 seconds. I am super excited every time a new month comes because I get to do an advice session, which is honestly one of my favorites because, well, I'm not a doctor and I'm not like, an expert on anything, but I like to give advice on like, sometimes having like a second point of view or sometimes having like, just a different thought or a different opinion just really also helps you kind of like know what you want and like where you want to like settle things on, if that makes any type of sense. So we're doing that now. And I love giving advice. I ask people who listen to this to give me advice. So if you ever need advice or if you ever want advice from me, just DM me and I'll be like, yes, and I will help and I will like, put it in one of my 1111s. The first one is how to know your worth, which is something that I've actually have been getting really good at. I've been like super focused on knowing my worth and being like, you know what? I am the baddest. I am the hottest. I am the most creative, most like, peaceful, good energy, positive vibes only, those type of shirts from like Ross are like good vibes only. That is me, okay? I am worth so much. And I was reading this essay about peace the other day, and it was saying that if something is costing your peace, that is one of the most expensive things that you could ever buy, and it's not worth it. And I was like, this is so real. I was like, you are so real because my peace is one of the most. Okay, so I started viewing my energy as one of the most, like, prize and like the most expensive thing anyone can have in their life because that's how you should view yourself. I don't see why you should limit yourself to having an okay vibe or an okay energy. No, you have the most expensive energy, okay? So I've been viewing myself like that. I've been like, you know what? My energy is priceless. My energy is divine. I am amazing. So, when you have that mindset, you don't allow certain people in your life anymore. For example, you don't allow people who can treat you like garbage just because you feel some sort of attraction to them. You don't even allow that. You're like, you know what? No, I am not allowing you to treat me like garbage because my energy is divine. I have beautiful, amazing energy. So, these people who are used to, you being there whenever they call you, you being a little booty call, or, you being like just whatever to them, whether that be sexually, mentally, physically, whatever. Once you put this stop to it and you're like, you know what? No, I am much more than your little booty call. I am hot. I am smart. I am, divine. My energy is golden and I will not allow this behavior, right? So you kind of move through life with this mindset and it allows like the world and like the universe to kind of see that from you. So you're going to attract the same people as your energy and like the same way that other people value you. For example, like I stopped applauding. Okay, so I heard this saying from my English teacher in ninth grade, which is where I also met my best friends. And she said, I'm not going to applaud this class for passing because I'm not applauding a fish for swimming, which honestly can go with anything. Like, it's kind of going with the bare minimum vibes. Like, I'm not going to applaud a fish for swimming if, I get a text back, or if they reply fast, or if, they're like interested in me. Like, okay, like I'm not applauding you for swimming. Like, you haven't done anything extraordinary. So I've also been talking to myself like that the same way because I sometimes struggle finding, my worth because I, dealing with like an eating disorder and like, toxic parents and, as you grow up, how you develop and whatever, you don't feel like you're worthy enough of people's love because, sometimes you just don't receive the love of of the people who are supposed to love you unconditionally. So you kind of diminish your worth. You kind of diminish your energy's worth. You kind of diminish how divine and how much worth you see in yourself because of that lack of love and that lack of self-love that you didn't grow up with. So as you get older, you really have to kind of break that cycle, which I'm doing a generational cycle breaking episode anyways. But you kind of have to break that cycle of like, you know what? No, I am the baddest and I am beautiful and I'm amazing. And you have to tell yourself these affirmations all the time so you can imprint this worth as if it was like a price tag, you know, like my worth is extraordinary. Like you, like only the rich can afford my energy and my, you know, my person because I value myself and I am beautiful. And you know, you just raise the bar, you know, we are Beyonce, we are raising the bar, you know. So that's one way that has helped me, and like realizing where that stemmed from is really helpful for me because I understand that, like, you know, your mind is so accustomed to not receiving full love and receiving full respect and receiving full, you know, affirmations and positive, you know, feedback or whatever. So you kind of really have to remind yourself being like, no, you are deserving of this. You are deserving of full love and a full, you know, a healthy friendship, a healthy relationship. And you know your worth. Like you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining myself that correctly, but that's kind of like my brain thought of that, being like, you know what? I am beautiful, I'm amazing, and I'm not going to allow certain behavior that I experienced when I was younger to impact how I should be treated now and, you know, approaching my 20s. So I think that's a good start. Also, I got a lot of like gym advice stuff, and I separate it into categories. First, we're going to do mentally. I think mentally, the gym can be a very, like, you really have to be very like strong mentally first once you enter a gym, or you can work on both physically and mentally, getting strong on both areas while you're at the gym. Because for me, I started my gym era alone. Like, I started going to the gym by myself, and I, you know, I loved it because I'm a very independent person and I love being alone. I love my own company. And I kind of rode that wave for a while, and then recently just got a personal trainer, probably like a month ago. So now I go with him and I go with my brothers and stuff. So now it's a lot more kind of social, which I kind of love. But I feel like mentally, I grew stronger mentally going to the gym alone because I was able to focus on myself. Like, I was able to focus on not allowing what other people, you know, sometimes I would get like insecure with other people there in the machine, so I would never use the machines, right? Like, I was just scared of using the machine, so I would just go to the free weight area because, you know, that's no one's there and it's a little bit more cute and it's more fun. So I was like, okay, I'll stay here. But since I started with my trainer, he puts me in the machines and, like, you know, the dumbbells and where the chest weights are and stuff like that. So I haven't been like, I haven't been alone at the gym in the green area. So I had to learn how to really focus on myself and how to focus on, like, I'm here to do my workout, okay? Like, I am here to work on Manny, Rico, not focus on what Brian is doing, focus on what I'm doing. Because sometimes you would get like uncomfortable stares. I don't know, it just felt like I just felt insecure. But I've been feeling very comfortable being like, you know what? No, like, I belong here just as much as you belong here. And, you know, it's just been like that, kind of like strengthening, like telling yourself affirmations like, I'm beautiful, I'm strong. Affirmations are really helpful for me. I'm sorry. I also really like to journal before the gym now. Like, I got into this wave where I would journal after the gym, but journaling before the gym really allows you to have a clear head. I've also been learning how to rest. Like, taking rest days is very, very, very important, and it's one of the most important things. So for example, I work out twice a day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then I rest 1 to 2 days. But also I had this thing before where I wanted results like as soon as possible, like as fast as possible. Like, I wanted a 6-pack the next day after I did some crunches, and that's not how it works, unfortunately. I learned through my trainer that food is 70% of your workout journey. So you really have to eat a lot of food. Like you really have to eat, clean rice, chicken. If you're vegan, for me, it's always, rice, beans, tofu, some sort of protein shake. I always. Okay, these are my two biggest things. Never do a muscle twice in a row. Like never do pecs today and pecs tomorrow. Always give your body 2 days to rest that muscle because it's very important. And also drink 2 protein shakes a day, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. That is very important. Also, I've my trainer did this eating chart for me. So for breakfast, I have cooked overnight oatmeals and my protein shake. Lunch, it's always tofu, beans, or white rice, or brown rice, or potatoes. And then dinner. Oh, and then I have a second meal, which is usually just potatoes or tofu and beans. And then for dinner, I have tacos, beans, and tofu. But yeah, I love you so much. Thank you for listening. Bye. Be safe.